Hey, Scott Russell. Just thought let's have a chat today. We've got some cool things going on, and I think we are looking at life that's changing a lot and faced with a lot of, attitude adjustments. I think often we can't really move on into something new, can we, until we purge ourselves, meet with ourselves, deal with the things in ourselves that need to be dealt with. And then when we're ready, we know we're ready. We feel that, and then we're able to reach out and start to say, hey, now's the time. And I think for me, as I've gone through life, it's pretty important we take those breaks. It's pretty important that we take the healing times, the self-reflecting times. We don't self-medicate and get off onto things that we're hiding our pain in, but we face it. And the people around our life are always there, always waiting, always available if needed, and I think it's just a really good time to build that community of love around our lives. And there's so much going on. The world is imploding. I mean, we're watching daily as they're kicking things up. The UK has just had one WEF guy go out, another WEF guy come in, and his opening statement says we're going to have a great reset. Tony Blair kicking in now and stepping up and saying we're going to have a digital ID in the UK, and it'll help with illegal immigration. Yeah, of course. So there's so much coming at us, and it's only going to get worse. Now's the time to position ourselves, isn't it? To position ourselves spiritually, mentally, in every way. Like I keep saying, so many of us are with all the wrong people in all the wrong places doing all the wrong things. But you can't just switch. You have to take the time, and you stop and you look at life and you reflect on life. And I know someone that's doing that, and we all know people doing it, but I just think about this one person that's taking that time to actually find themselves, to look inside themselves, to enjoy who they are for perhaps the first time in their life, to really come face to face with, who am I? What do I want in life? What's this all about? And to know that the people around that person love, care, and are honouring by staying away and just keeping that distance of, hey, we're here if you need us, but not pushing our way in. And I think those times are important, because when somebody comes into your life, and I've talked a lot about midlife relationships, if it's a man or if it's a woman, you really don't need a rebound, do you? You need somebody who comes into your life who's put in the hard yards, somebody who's come into your life. Now, none of us are complete in that, right? We're all on a journey of change. But I think only that person knows inside when they're at peace and able to give their best, when they're able to actually give of themselves instead of medicating and in change. And I think for me, as I wait for that right one, they come along, and it's someone that's just in themselves know they're ready. Because you want to merge souls, you want to merge hearts, you want to merge everything that you are, your very being. And I think that comes about by just taking the journey. It's pretty hard as a male, isn't it? Because you've got to be patient, you have to wait, but I think it's loving from afar. You're investing in somebody's life. When you love and you care, you're investing in their life instead of jumping in there telling them what they need to do, how they need to do it, and being the world's expert. The best thing is to look and say, I knew you had it in you. I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you. I'm in no hurry to go anywhere. Take your time, and when you're ready, let me know. And I think that is life for everything that we're doing. The right people that are around your life. As you're finding those right relationships, as you're walking in right relationships for the future, don't just panic and grab what seems like a good idea. You can run into something, and then as quick as you run in, wish you could run out, and you're jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. Get the people around you that are prepared to invest in you, prepared to look at you and say, you're worth it. Take your journey, take your time. When you're ready, I'm here. And I think I want to apply that to just general life. So many of us have been caught up in trying to find out, what do I need to do? How do I need to do it? Where do I need to go? You know, oh, things are going bad and they're going bad fast, and oh no, I don't want to get stuck. I don't want to get left. Calm down. Calm down. You know, it's a journey. It's just not going to happen overnight. Some of it will. I do believe we'll have a currency collapse that's coming pretty fast, and it'll be tied to the US election. But in you, heal. Make the right decisions. And you know, it's easy to do that when you know there's people in the background that love you. People in the background that care more for your well-being than they do for themselves and their own feelings. People that look at you and say, look, I care for myself, but I care for you enough that I would lay down my desires to allow you to walk the path you need to walk. And if that path means we're to be together in community or in a relationship or whatever, then we will be. And God knows we often hope that will be, pray that will be. It's can't push things in life. So the community that you're building to come into what you're coming into, do it calm. Do it calm. Don't try to control it. Don't try to control where you're going, what you're doing. Flow with it. And when you flow with that right person, you're just gonna get almost drift around the world to where you need to be. You're just enjoying things and life and the day. I mean, I'm here in Brisbane. Just my flights got cancelled and they've reconnected them, and I just came down into the city, sitting in here. I'm walking my way over to the botanical gardens. I'll sit. I love the bamboo over there. Reminds me of just people I care about. And I'll sit there and just enjoy the savour and think about what will be and what can be. And just be at peace. Be at peace, friend. So in all your striving, in all your trying, in all your doing, now's a good time to just let go. Don't fight over things that are useless. You know, often as we move on in life, we fight the previous to get the next. You know, I'm working here and I'll move into a new job. I'll fight that old one to get everything that I need to get. No, I was with a man one time that he was going through a divorce, and his ex had dragged him into court over a teacup, a teacup and a painting or something. And I'm sitting in the front of the court with him, and he nudges me, and I look down. He's got two different shoes on. He was so worked up. He was wearing two different shoes. And ultimately the judge got up and just said, this is ridiculous, and threw it out. And I remember around the same time we were walking across to a police station to file charges because she'd done wrong. And as we were walking across, I'm saying, Rick, let it go. Let it go. It's just not worth it. It's not worth your soul. And he turned around on the road and said, you're right. And we walked back and we left. That man got $330,000 stolen from him. And from his ex, the relationship that he was in. And as he looked at me one day, he said, Scott, it's $330,000. I'm like, Rick, just move on. What's your peace worth? Move on. Rick let it go, and within 6 months, almost to the dollar, $330,000 came back to him. One of his houses flooded and it just came back. He trusted God, he trusted the flow, and he had peace. I ended up marrying him to a beautiful Dilma on the lake, a Brazilian lady, beautiful couple. They were just phenomenal. Rick's since just passed last year to be with the Lord, and dearly missed. Good advice. What's old, let it go. It's not worth fighting for. It's just stuff. It's just things. Move on. Make a clean break. Move on into what you need to move on to in your life. And I'm not talking necessarily about relationships. I am, but I'm talking about all relationships, whether they're romantic, whether they're friendships, whether they're business. Let it go. Walk in your peace, and when you walk in peace, everything in life will come to that. So anyway, God bless, thinking of you all, and my heart's always with this little freedom family that'll be, that flows in good directions. So God bless you, and love you all from afar.